They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Nwangu. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the end.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets him ready at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. Think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. On On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass. And good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
How sweet.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Pushing back and he wins that time on 2nd down.
That's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And the designs of having a big year, not going anywhere, they got to find a way to keep them upright so they can throw the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here comes Westbrook. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it.
I don't know what the fuck he threw it to.
Will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. This is caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football.
That was some bullshit, man.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Oh.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down. They'll set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is
throw the fucking ball, man.
That last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
I don't throw them motherfucking little right, man. I ain't got time for this shit. He throwing them motherfucker left and right. By that 3-pick, bro, you keep throwing them motherfucker. Sit your head down halftime, buddy.
The wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Cooper, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jones, throw complete there to Thomas. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Jones. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Looking for more there.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Incomplete. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one possession ball game.
Ideally, you have to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. All you'll take.
Oh, that's some bullshit, man.
In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he gets this to the 35. For a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
What fucking play was that?
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. Cooper. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 8. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work
That shit
defensively.
was
They have not allowed a lot of
open,
receivers to
bro.
run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. The pass caught by Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
That's good for another Saints. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd down now, it's Cooper, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Ritter's pass completes a Pitts. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now, coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Oh, damn, that nigga fast as fuck.
38 yards.
He on getting this shit because I'm tired. I'm sleepy as fuck. Elo, man, Quad is fucking killing me.
Coup able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Quad so goddamn long, but I'm tired. Yeah.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. They completes it to Westbrook. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front.
Can't do nothing, man. God damn.
Halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they
Damn,
went into
I'm
the locker
fucking
room.
tired.
He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Tried for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. in time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. On the give is Nwangu, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Please leave your message for 678-684.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Cooper. And space tough to come by there, and so you get maybe a yard to the 37.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary cover, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And some room to run now. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the sideline he goes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch.
Back now here live in New Orleans. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He'll drop to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
God damn, bro. Why the hell this shit keep making me slide,
Finish
man?
off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't
Shit
matter whether
keep
they
making me
scouted it or
slide,
that they
man.
think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a give right side. It's Cooper, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
17.
Sleeping, bro.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Jones, off play action. The open man is Westbrook. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Falcons grab it. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest when the guy with that type of speed You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To the sideline, he's got
Oh
the
my
catch.
God, bro. How you keep getting beat, bro?
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. The 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This is a very important drive. That incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come
They can even try to block him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Jones. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Give left side here for Nwangu. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Jones. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he can't get it.
Man, come on, bro.
Arnold Ebiketie in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Jones. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. Up the middle they go. It's Cooper. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Westbrook now on the return. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more